So let's say that you have some spare drives over, and you have them installed in your computer, and you have also bought a RAID card, and now you want to create a RAID array, and you might want to install Windows on that RAID array. And if you want to install Windows, you have to create the array first. So you have to get access to the RAID card's BIOS to create this array. Right now I am in the motherboard's BIOS because I wanted the camera to focus on the monitor. And I tell you this right now, after you created the array, you better check the video of the boot setting as well in the motherboard's BIOS. I put the link on it in the description, or maybe I'll do a video response to this one so you can access that video. But anyway, to access the RAID card's BIOS, you can access it from when you boot your computer. And right after the motherboard's BIOS is finished, another sort of display shows up, and you press a key combination to access the RAID card's BIOS. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to reboot the computer here. And this is the motherboard, checking the CPU and memory and everything like that. And when that is done, I get this picture, and right here I press Ctrl H, as it says down there. As you can see at the top, it says Rocket RAID 2680 BIOS settings. And right now I am in the Rocket RAID, or the RAID card's BIOS, not the motherboard's BIOS. This is the RAID card's BIOS. And in here, the first thing you see is all the drives that are connected to the RAID card. And this is a 8-port RAID card. And right now I have 5 drives connected to it. The last one you can see here is the Intel SSD, 80 gig one. And then I have 4 mechanical drives as well. I got 2 250 gig and 2 500 gig. And I actually deleted the one of the arrays that I had because I wanted to show you how to create one. I didn't want to delete the other array because I have some files on it that I don't want to lose right now. But anyway, if your hard drives is brand new, you basically have to initialize them first before you can create an array. And you have the option at the top here that says initialize. And then you select the drives that you want to initialize. And when that is done, you can see at the status here to the right that they are initialized. And now you can actually create a RAID array. So you go to the right, left, you see at the top left there, it says create, and I press enter. And in here you got some options, different RAID options. And it's better if you Google them because it will take too long time to explain them. But basically RAID 0 or striping is basically for speed only. And RAID 1 is basically the second drive is a copy of the first one. RAID 5 is basically a little bit more security with some speed, performance, and so on. But since I'm having a lot of files backed up on external drives, I just want the speed, so I create RAID 0 here, striping. So I press enter here. Then you can select the RAID name, and I just keep the default name here. And then I use the arrow keys to go down a step to select the hard drives that I want to be included in the RAID array. I press enter, and since I only got 2 hard drives, or 2 empty hard drives, it will only show those empty hard drives. But if I had 3 or 4 empty hard drives, those will also be shown here, but I only had 2 empty drives here. So what I do here is basically press enter. That's the first one. It is now included, and I press enter again, and that will also be included. And then I get back to this menu, and now you can see that I have 2 selected hard drives. And the capacity will be 500 gig because I chose two 250 gigabyte drives. Then I go down a step, and now I have the option to start the creation of the RAID array. And what I do here is basically press enter. And now you can see that all different RAID arrays I have. The Intel is actually a single drive. That's why it says legacy there. But then you have the RAID 01 and 00. That's 2 RAID arrays and the size of them. So instead of having 5 drives, I have now sort of 3 drives. The Intel drive and this RAID drives. So that's how you create a RAID array of the devices that you have. And remember to check the video how you change the boot settings in your motherboard BIOS, so that if you want to be able to boot Windows on the RAID card. So that's it for now. Bye bye. Right now you just sort of reboot, you press exit here and quit the program and reboot, and make sure you have the Windows CD in the DVD drive or whatever, so you can install. Well, you know. Bye for now.